Okay, so today we're going to switch gears a little bit. Stainless Works showed up. Their YouTube guy is here, so we're going to film him filming us, and him filming us filming you, and blah blah blah. So we're going to go ahead and get the collectors ready for the small block headers to be built. So that's what we're going to do today. So should be a pretty productive day. Going to be weird, you filming him and him filming you and you all filming me.
There's pictures of a lot of stuff.
Weird. Okay.
Go check out what we got.
Yep.
Alright guys, it's Wednesday, and today we are finishing up some headers. Driver's side's all finished up, welded up, mounted to the car. And Junior, I believe, has the passenger side one over at the bench finishing the welding on that. We'll go check out and see what he's doing. Senior is actually out of the shop today, so we have a list of stuff that we're getting done while he's gone. How's this one coming?
Good, man. It's getting there. Getting there. Just a little bit of welding left to do. Gonna weld the header flanges, weld around these, and we should be done.
That'll finish up the headers, right? They'll be totally done, ready to go.
This is the last one left to weld, and after this is floor plans. So that'll be cool. I'm kind of excited to do that. Kind of tired of welding for the day, so
fair enough.
I'm gonna try and bang this out, and hopefully I can move on to the floors, bang those out real quick, and call it a day.
Perfect. And then I think after the floor pans, we got to go to a couple of the panels inside. And
yeah, I still got to finish the bottom strip on the panel that's mounting all the fuel tech and speed wire and all that.
little panel on the dash to allow us to access the throttle bodies. Got to finish that. Got to put another strip down on the bottom of that to bolt it in. And windows. I mean, we're getting really down there on the list to do. Still a decent bit, but I mean, my dad's out of town for the next 2 days, so we're gonna try and get as much as we can done before he comes back. Hopefully, when he comes back, it'll just be finalizing the little things that he wants done, the finishing touches, and then we get this thing powder coated.
Awesome. What are you working on today?
Trying to finish up the floors for the end of the day today.
Okay.
Finally down to my last panel, which is probably one of the more intricate ones. I should have started with it, but I didn't feel like it. So now I'm paying the price. But this will be the one underneath the transmission. As you see, I got a template made. I got to put some bends in it, slight bends, just to curl around the motor plate and clear the transmission pan, but it'll be easy.
just time consuming.
You said you have to put a couple bends in it. How do you bend carbon fiber?
I mean, you can't bend it in a straight 90, but usually what I'll do is I'll grab a torch and just heat along my cut. Like I'll put it in a brake, sit there with a torch and just run along it, not burning it, but just getting it warm, and just slowly do little increments at a time till I get, I mean, when I'm talking, I gotta barely bend it. I mean, these literally have to be like that. So it's not much of a bend. Not enough that it'll crack it or make it distort or anything like that, but just enough that it'll look cool, you know, and it serves a purpose. But
Cool.
yeah, hopefully I can get this one knocked out, and that'll finalize the floors. All the floors are done today. Ben got the tubs knocked out of the rear, got the extra bracing like for the factory windows and stuff like that. He got that all cut out of the back of the car, which was, I mean, that's a pretty good undertaking for a day. It's a lot of work. And most of the morning I spent welding all the Zeus tabs on, which let me tell you, there's 24 Zeus tabs that holds the floor in this car. That's a lot of welding on your back. Normally, we do that before the body's mounted on the car. We'll flip it over on the roof, the chassis, and we'll sit there and lay it all out and weld every single Zeus tab in, so that way you're comfortable, it's easier to weld. But I'm getting pretty good at welding on my back, even though I do not like doing it. So it'll be cool, but I'm gonna cut this and get it laid out, get it bent, and hopefully call it a day.
Sweet.
And start again tomorrow.
All right, guys, it's Thursday. Got a lot of stuff done so far for the morning. It's not even lunchtime yet.
A lot. The floors are all done. Got this panel done. The fuel tech panel is all done. Got strip in there, welded. Still got to tighten up the Allen heads, but we're moving right along.
Yeah, looks good. Battery box came out really nice. I know that was on the last video people had seen. It's mounted, ready to go.
Yep.
We pulled the tubs out. Getting ready to do some window stuff.
Windows are next. That's going to be a pretty big undertaking because all the Tri-5s, the windows are just so intricate with all the contours and stuff like that. They're always a chore to do. I remember on the last 57, we like basically picked straws and who got to do windows because none of us wanted to do them.
No. I think it took us about an hour and a half to do 2 doors and 2 back windows, but I think it took us 2 days to do the windshield.
Yeah, every bit of it. The windshield, the front window and the rear window are by far the toughest because like you almost got to put the same pressure on both sides, or else you go to that side, push down, mark it, come over to the side, push down, mark it, you cut it, yeah, you're gonna ruin that windshield.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just one of those deals, but
awesome.
we're getting there.
We're going to make some templates for the side windows here so we can get them cut as soon as they get here. Optic Armor still has them on the way to us. We got the windshield in the back window.
Yep, so that's going to be our main focus, is getting the front rear window in first. Side windows, like I said, are breeze, so we're not worried about putting those in right now.
Cool.
Other than that, we're really getting down there.
We just need some brackets, right? We're doing brackets for the front window and the rear window?
Yes, I got to cut the strips to bolt them in. We usually, before we bought them, and they're made out of chromoly, and man, that stuff was a nightmare to bend. Like to shrink and stretch it to do the contours, it just fought us. So I'm going to cut them out of 16th mild steel because it's all the body is anyways. It's not really structural by any means, so it'll do just fine. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Awesome. That's a pretty cool process. We'll get that on here for you guys to see how that works and go from there.
Sounds good. last one for right now.
Yeah, it looks like you used about a half a sheet of steel. What are you making on this one?
So these are the window strips for around all the windows, the front and the rear, and sometimes on the side windows on other cars. The 57 we don't have to do that, but that's it. You can buy these, but I kind of move the holes down and that so I can nutsert them and still have some room to move around it. But that should be it.
Why buy them if you can make them?
That's it.
As soon as you get that tacked up, we'll weld it up. We'll make the top one and then we'll just do the sides.
What are we working on?
We're doing the window mounts, the deal that Jeffrey cut out the other day on the plasma table. If you look at them, we make them sort of look like a web. Kind of cool looking. So we'll drill those holes out and put nut strips in. That way, putting the windows in or taking them out is one man's job. So we're moving right along. This thing is it's coming along fast.
You do not just on the front and the rear window, or you do it on the sides at all? Or?
Just the front and the rear. The side we'll nut insert that into the doors because they got a flange the whole way around right there. We'll put the windows in that, and the glass for the quarter we'll put nut inserts in the body and just sandwich it in there and it's done. It'll work out pretty good. What are you doing, Ben?
I was doing the same thing.
We're just working on getting this windshield in. The mounts for the windshield.
Gotcha.
The fun part. The tedious part. This is the worst part of doing the car. Definitely very good there. Good. Let me get out of the way. Yep. I might come down a little more.
Looks like what, 2 or 4 pieces for the windshield?
It'll be 4.
4 pieces.
Maybe 6. Because doing these bends right here is pretty intricate because I gotta shrink and stretch that. You know, nothing straight.
Now, how do you do that?
I'll tell you what. I'll take a piece and I'll show you. That's gonna stretch it. Okay, so it's called a shrinker stretcher. You just jump on it. Just keep moving, and it actually shrinks the metal. This is actually stretching the metal. I'm sorry, I said stretch. It'll shrink. But watch it. It'll start curving. And that's how we make the... Not bad, right?
So there's such thing as a metal stretcher.
Yes. And you can also shrink it. That one shrinks it. This one stretches it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's time consuming, but it makes for a nice job.
Man, you got a lot done.
Yeah, it's getting there. So, as you guys just seen, we got most of the windshield surround done, about a little over half of it. That corner is going to be intricate, but as you guys can see or saw with my dad doing the shrinking and stretching, I mean, there's a good bit of time that goes into that, just making sure everything fits nice. Like, see, I got a little gap right here that I got to get out of it, just so that way it seats nice. I mean, this corner's a little funky and got a little bit of 1957 rust right there, so. But overall, it's coming along really, really well. Tomorrow's another day to work on this. I mean, we got a lot done today. But also on the shrink stretching, I'll show you guys the back, which are like, this one's the most intricate. With this hard 90 right here, I mean, that's pretty hard to do. You know, it gets really intricate trying to make everything match up. Because you're always going to end up on a 57, you're always going to end up with an odd spot in the window. And we always try and put it in a corner because this is constantly trying to pull out. You know, because not only is the windshield caved this way, it's caved this way too. So, like I said, this one's the hardest, but we'll go around and show you guys the other side, the rear windshield. It's a little more simple. I mean, the side windows are a breeze, they're just flat, but like this one's not as bad, but like as you can probably see, it's still rolling down, but it also rolls in and then up. So it'll take a little time on this one, but not near the time that the front corners will. So, and we also got where the wheel tub was bolted, the guys at DMC made a lip here to bolt the carbon for the wheel tub to, which is going to get interesting because once we put our lip on here, you're not going to be able to access the bolts that they had in there. So me and Ben came up with the idea of drilling these out and just nut-certing it for like 8 30-second bolts, so that way you can put them in from underneath in the wheel tub, which sounds great until it's caked in rubber. So I'm sure that'll be one of them deals later on. We'll be like, oh man, why did we do that? Why didn't we just drill holes? But it'll look clean. It'll be nice. But tomorrow's another day. We'll pick back up on it. So remember, like, share, subscribe. We'll keep you guys updated as much as possible. So just keep checking back.